Greetings, ladies and gentlemen player. It's another wonderful Friday this August of 2024, making it a wonderful day for basics. I'm back on the OG's server, and I've recreated Atari Meow. I think it's looking better than ever. Now I thought for this particular series, where it's going to be a few things that I'm going to be focusing on, among them I think I'm going to focus on some Joseki continuations in this particular series. We all know good old Joseki, but do we always get the continuations to those Joseki right? I don't know. It was an interesting thought that went into my brain. So I thought, okay, let's do some exploring. Alright, got ourselves a game. I threw out my first recording, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all, so I'm recording again. I am white against an 8Q, and I'm about the follow-ups. So, what kind of interesting follow-ups can we have in this one? Ooh, okay, we're being 3-3 by an 8Q. I hope he is very, very good with what he is doing, otherwise he's going to be very, very unhappy. We will do the small Knight, because this is bog standard top line Joseki. This is what he should be anticipating. Let's see where we're going. Where are we going with this? Apparently, he did not anticipate this move. That's not a good sign. Okay, he's extending forward. Now, we can extend or we can pincer. I'm a big fan of the pincer because I get to use my influence. And when people typically play this sequence, what are they going to do next? They're going to tower you and drop down and give you Sente again. Like, I freaking love this. Are you crazy? This is amazing. But okay. I'll extend. It's whatever. He should tap me one more time. Didn't know. He didn't know. Alright, so he just massively lost all of his advantage from playing the 3-3 because the turn is Sente. And then we could do this, and that's really, really bad. Does he know it? Does he know that? Okay. But yeah, now this is... It wouldn't shock me if this was like 80% for white right now, or higher. Let's just use our influence. There we go. Extending. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 stone wall. We'll extend from that, and now we'll kill him. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Calm down. We ain't killing nothing. Don't worry about it. We good, we good, we good. I'll take my other extension. Bammo. Now we extended X2. Not a lot of follow-ups here anymore, though. They didn't really play a Joseki that has follow-ups, unless we actually lean here, because that's a thing. Just gonna go and passively do my building. He attached, we honey. Now he's dead. That's weird. Don't see that every day. I'm not sure what he planned here, but yeah, if I Atari, he's gone, right? That's just obvious. And then these two stones die. And then we're ahead by like a lot of points. He wants me to play here so we could Atari and take my corner. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'll let him do it. We could change our mind again here. If I play here, he has to connect. If he takes, there's an Atari again. So he's trying to be very, very fancy. He should not be very, very fancy. You should just be solid, man. What next solid thing are you doing? Solid is not the 3-3. That's very, very fancy. The attachment here, arguable. The crosscut, very fancy. So the question is, how do you know what a fancy move is? How do you know what a fancy move is? Well, I'll give you an example. If I shoulder hit here because I want to build the middle, that's a fancy move because I'm engaging in combat with my opponent in order to seek a resolution um, that's favorable for me. But I don't know all the ways my opponent's going to respond. Are they going to ignore and just be like, yeah, I think that's an influential move that you're trying to do. I'm going to go ahead and start reducing you then. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's just how that works now. And they can start reducing me. Are they going to pincer my shoulder hit? That's pretty meta right now. Are they going to answer? If they answer, are they going to answer here? Are they going to answer here? Are they going to answer here? We don't know. You don't know how they're going to answer. Or if I want to build, I could be like, I'm going to turn, connect my groups. That gives me a lot of influence, right? That sounds good. For now, we're going to split. Old-timey splits are still okay. Double large knights are not. 3-3 is hanging wide open. We can live there. He's doing another fancy move. Another fancy move. But think about this. He didn't know the bottom right. He doesn't know the bottom the bottom right or the bottom left. So should he be playing fancy moves? I'm gonna play another solid move. Just making sure my group's fine. Whatever he played, I was gonna. This is one of his moves. Unless he Haned. If he Haned, I'd Hane back, and then I do it. Like anything that's not this move here, that would seek to Hane head to my 2 stones or 3, because Proverbs. I was gonna defend myself. Nice, simple. Not getting fancy. Not getting fancy. Another fancy move. Why is he attaching to me? What's going on here? What's going on? Don't. Nope. He wants me to play here, right? That way he can go underneath. What if I play here? What if I play here? Okay. Can I kill your 2 stones? That's not a no. Am I allowed? Can I kill your 2 stones? Not allowed to kill his 2 stones. Alright. Was that fancy? No. Because you can read like ba 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 or ba 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 ba, right? Yeah, that's always in my favor. I'm double hunting. Just like the proverb tells me. Essentially, it's equivalent of 3 sound like clock, clock, clock. So that's why we're doing that. Don't turn me down or I'll kill you. Yes, you're not to. Okay, so he's being very, very aggressive against me right now. The question is, why is he being aggressive? Why are you trying to kill me? I didn't do anything to you. Now, I don't want to answer this with, okay, now we're just going to play here and then probably like here or something and then just kill off the 3 stones and he's dead. Now, obviously, here into here doesn't quite do that because he has to push and a cut. So we can defend the cutting point first. Defend the cutting point first, and then bop, bop, he's dead. Right? I know what to do here. This is tough. I need to answer this in a way that's not going to get us killed. Alright. I'll just sacrifice it. I'll sacrifice it. He's going to cut me. He's not going to cut me. Well, if you're not going to cut me, I'm going to defend myself. This move kills. Not connected. You noticed. Well, snap. Well, if you're not going to do... I'm not going to turn around and let you kill me, that's for sure. No killing me, please. So, it's good that you noticed that. But yeah, very big problem with how fancy he's being. 9 lines, Hane, massive growth. Go ahead and just finish this area off. Why not? 3-3 exists again. 3-3 did exist temporarily. Kill stone, why not? So how much territory do I need? I need more than this upper right-hand corner, and I do have it here already and here, so we're good. This isn't threatening. Decent amount. Reducible, though. Going against my... Sure. I'll take my 4, 5, 6 line territory. Is that a yes or a no? We can clamp here. Clamps, I don't think are common at this sequence, or at this level, so I won't. If I play here, he plays here. Tari up, he's dead. Tari me down, he's dead. So I'll just keep my 4 lines of territory across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20 points. Okay. Once again, I'll just keep defending myself. He's trying to live in the middle of the board. But this area here should be highlighting or lighting up like a Christmas tree in his head. It's like, wow, there's a lot of stuff there. It's like, yeah, there is. That there is, my friend. That's a dangerous move to have ignored. If I jump in further, his eye shape's at risk. All right, is he just running away? That's fine. Mind if I take the stone? That would be a no. You don't care. I'm just going to have the rest of this. Thank you. Because he didn't cut me, right? Therefore, it's not a threat. If he's not a threat, then I've got Sente. That's dead if he cuts. Just make your solid shape. Nothing he can do. How do we know that? Because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 to 2 or 8 to 1. Because it's not connected up yet. So of course we're fine. So this is dead. Make sure we are nicely solid here. Didn't need that, could have played here, but it's fine. Bamboo joints aren't a live local, as we all know. Bum 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 bum. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. I do believe these stones are all mine. Just don't create cutting points. Simple as that. That's how I can easily answer. It's like, what is a good and a bad idea to do when I'm fighting? Well, if I'm fighting for my stuff, don't create a cutting point for his invasions. That simple, right? Yeah, just don't do that. You don't do that and all is gravy, baby. Go ahead and finish off some endgame here and call it a day. Good game. If he doesn't answer here, I will be throwing in. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned, because bop is a really huge problem right now. So let's go ahead and make sure that it doesn't like solidify off and get like, I don't know, like 3, 6, 9, 12 points here out of nowhere. We can cut here and kill that because the Atari here is interesting, but slicing these two groups apart a little bit more so, if you know what I mean. Mind if I kill you? Is that a yes? We'll play here, it's okay. Wait, no, it's not a yes, it was a no. He does not mind if I kill him. Sorry, I forgot the answer. Dun 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 dun. Well, I guess that is the end of that. I don't know. This is pretty big, right? Probably. And game's not my strong suit. I wasn't gonna do that ever. There was no way I was ever gonna throw it. I mean, maybe at this level it could score a cheap win, but it's no. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7v1. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Right. So it occurred to me that what I was saying might, annoy someone who's not one of my regular viewers. So I decided we might need backup for what I just said. So yeah, I lit it up into the AI. As you can see here, everything is great. Green, 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 green. And it is an entire 2-point mistake to play away from this position. You will not find a mistake that large with just playing this sequence, right? Approaching on the outside is a perfectly green move. And even, come on, this one, 0.2 move, sorry, 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, it goes back and forth. And then if I answer here, and they just play this one, it's a 0.3. 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, somewhere around there. So yeah, we're talking less than 0.5 point mistake for playing outside and then doing the other thing, right? That's just how that's just true. You saw it, numbers right in front of you, right? So that is the defense for playing the 3-3 and giving your opponent a lot of early influence. It's fine, you can play it because, all those reasons. But then if your follow-up to that, which was this, his follow-up to this, was a 2.3 mistake. That is huge. It's much safer, easier, and way more recommended. Just play the outside sequence, don't do the 3-3. Because even if he had done this, right? Let's say he had done this. Here, here, into here, and then he does it to 2-space. 2-space, 2-space, yep. Okay. And let's say I'm like, hey, now what do you do? Now what do you do? AI says, play away and let me fight, let me attack you. Which means during that fight, if you lose 0.5, you're better off playing the other variation. Right? I get to attack from influence to profit, and if you give me over 0.5, then you should just play the variation. I shouldn't have all that thickness with which to attack you. All there is to it. All there is to it. So he played that. And then here, like I mentioned, I figured, I mentioned this during the game, I think I did, that white's probably at an 80% to win, 83.8. So pretty close. And now even here, you can see the complication that is this position, because we have to start reducing this influence. If we're just like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play like over here or whatever, right? And I start building very, very quickly, you can see already it's like, oh no, we need to really keep a handle on that or we're dead. Because that is Black's commitment for the rest of the game. Handle the influence or you lose. And that's it's a big ask, big ask. So he played over there, did a 1-point jump. This is funny because yeah, you ignore it and then just fight. That's just what happens here. You're going to get into a fight where white has advantage. And then that was huge because as you can see here, yeah, if this is actually played, that's just game over, honestly. It is just game over. I wouldn't play the variation that the AI just did. I'd surround because I'm not insane. Yeah, I don't understand why. Yeah, I would just surround. I wouldn't go underneath like that. That's crazy. Just use the influence. Did a little splitty time, just fine. I'm at 94 to win right now, so it's a-okay. Good on him for getting a shoulder hit correct, but follow up lost all the territory again, and white is still just playing very, very simple and solid. Opening's better just playing solid, as you know. Yeah, I know. AI wants me to cut him off. I'm not doing complicated stuff like that. Well, it's not really complicated. I just don't feel comfortable doing that against an 8Q. So I just played simple, simple, simple stuff. Easy peasy, easy peasy. And unfortunately, we were just never behind the rest of the game, you know? Like, all of this were at least 15 up. So there just wasn't anything he could do. There just wasn't anything he could do. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Anytime I see a game like this, like, hey, you 3-3'd me, and you were struggling in the middle dealing with the influence, we can roll all that back to one thing, can't we? Can. How did I have the influence? Like, if you're struggling to deal with the influence, well, how'd they get that? You 3-3'd me. That's how I got that. You gave it to me. So you told me how to beat you. That's what happened here. That's what all this is, trying to make sure that we're not dead in the middle of the board. Then another area came up, so we tried to come in there. So, and this is a reoccurring theme for a lot of games. Works in 3-3s. And at some point, they have two weak groups in the middle of the board, and they're trying to live with both of them. One of them dies. Happens all the way up to like 8-ton. It's not that easy to deal with. So, yeah, same thing that 8-tons are struggling with. See an 8Q trying to handle. It's hard to recommend that. It's hard to recommend that. That's all I can say there. So yeah, interesting game. Interesting game. I hope to have a bit more games where I have to follow up an early Joseki sequence with some common sequences just to see if people know them. That one, pretty easy. He 3-3'd me, get a wall. Maybe jump off it a couple of times. Done. Over it. Easy 20 points. Either way, hope you enjoyed the game. And as always, I will see you next time. Okay, everybody.